Hello and welcome to another Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 character breakdown video. And in today's video we're covering the one, the only, I guess not really only, but the Potara fusion itself, Vegito. He's the combination of Vegito and Kakarot, so I guess we should call him Vegito. You see what I did there? Because he says the line, yeah. But you might be wondering, who is Vegito? I literally just said who Vegito is. It's literally the fusion of Goku and Vegeta with the Potara earrings. That is literally all you need to know. There's no who is he and why is he so question this episode. I literally just spoiled it. But anyway, I'll read out what the purpose of this video is, specifically base form. Nothing. In the manga, base form Vegito just exists solely for the purpose of existing into Super Vegito. Like, he does nothing in base form. However, in the anime, they wanted to stretch things out a little bit, and so they gave base form Vegito a few fight scenes. Nothing outstanding, nothing like groundbreaking, it's just a showcase of his power in base form before they eventually wanted to move on to Super Vegito, where all the meat potatoes is at. And that's honestly all there is to base Vegito. He kind of doesn't really do anything else in his story. He just kind of exists as a segue, which is unfortunate because I think base form Vegito has a better design than Super Vegito. No, I will not be convinced otherwise. And you might be wondering how Vegito plays in gameplay. Well, let's take a look at that by diving into his super attacks. Starting things out, we have the Big Bang attack. I'm not going to spend too long on this because it's just a generic projectile, but it's cool to see Vegito have it in some form. He does use it in the anime, so it makes sense for him to have it. Otherwise, it's a generic projectile. It can be blocked, nullified, deflected, absorbed. You know the whole shebang by now. It's about as average as they come. It does damage on contact. You get the idea by now. It's a projectile. Let's move on. Spread finger shot. Or spread finger beam, however you want to say it. Very strange projectile move. Think of it like a shotgun, where the closer you are, the more damage it does. As you can hit from afar, but it does minuscule amount of damage if it does far. And obviously the reason for this is because, you know, the beam goes out in a spread pattern, meaning only one of the 5 beams that he launches will hit the opponent. However, if you're like right next to the opponent, you can actually hit him with all of the beams, which will do a decent amount of damage. There's also a secondary mechanic that this move has, where it will nullify one projectile-based super attack, but it won't continue on and hit the opponent like other moves will, unfortunately. It will just blow them up. So if you wanted to use it defensively, then I would honestly not use this move defensively, because it's kind of just a waste of ki. I'd honestly go with the more superior move that we'll cover in a few seconds. Complete shot. It's an input-based super. It is blockable, unfortunately. It can be countered. You have to get quite close for this to connect. It's a little tricky to land at times, and I don't know if the damage is really worth the whole button inputting process. It's a flashy move, but I don't know if I really have much to say about it otherwise. It's cool looking, it does okay damage. It's just, yeah, a melee input based move. Nothing to really write home about. You get the deal by now. Let's move on. Alright, I've mentioned this before, but Explosive Wave is a pretty straightforward move. It's an explosion based on the character position, where it'll do damage to anyone in its AoE proximity. But the move can also be used defensively to destroy projectile-based super attacks and some projectile-based ultimate attacks. It's a very handy defensive move if you want to use it like that, but it's also good for getting some breathing room and getting opponents away from it. It can be dodged though via After Image Strike among other evasive type moves, but otherwise it's pretty solid, pretty fun defensive tool, and it gets the job done. Vegito's signature skill, and by proxy Super Vegito's signature skill, is a button-based melee input type move. It's pretty slow, however the best way to connect into it is during combos, as it's pretty easy to snap into. My only issue with it is that it's really inconsistent when it comes to combos. You see, sometimes this move suffers from a bug where if you use it on the ground, the opponent will immediately flop down onto their face, and you can't throw them back up, and you can't hit them with another super attack on the way down. It's really annoying. And also in the air, when you use this signature skill and land the final hit, some super attacks can connect, and sometimes they won't. Kind of a dice roll depending on how the opponent is, and when the game decides to register when you've done a super attack. I don't know. It's really frustrating using this signature skill because it does look really cool. And if you are curious, it can be blocked, it can be countered with, you know, melee counters. It can be nullified, you get the whole shebang. But otherwise, it's kind of just a normal average rush attack type thing. It can't be stringed into anything outside of super attacks. And even then, that's kind of a dice roll on its own. And finally, we somehow Gohan washed with a fusion because his ultimate attack is a normal Super Kamehameha. Wow! It can be blocked, nullified, absorbed, you know, it's a generic projectile. The cinematic is also generic. The animation is also generic. Like, they really did not try when it came to giving Vegito a cool looking ultimate attack, and it shows. They kind of just gave him what Gohan has pretty much all the time. And I'm kind of disappointed that, you know, you could have came up with something cool to give him, but I guess we can't have everything. I mean, they did give Super Vegito the final Kamehameha, which is a series staple at this point. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that they kind of gave Vegito a generic ultimate attack, but it is what it is, I suppose. And that is base form Vegito. Now, don't worry, Super Vegito has a way cooler moveset, which I will be covering eventually. But for now, this video is going to be all about Vegito, base form Vegito. So let me know what you guys think of him in the comments below, and be sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new to keep up with more of my breakdown videos. But as always, I leave you off with a bit of gameplay footage showcasing what we've learned in today's video. Thank you for watching, thank you for all the support, and I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the gameplay footage, everyone.
Vegeta とカカロットが合体してベジットってところかな。これどうしたこっから最強のサイヤ人の強さだ。